Okay, so it is day 2, Saturday, weekend number 4, part 1. I don't know if it will affect us today, but for those of you who saw me yesterday, all happy about the bathroom renovation I'm getting. My apartment is a chemical hazardous waste right now. I'm a little like this. Been doing the best I can to like segregate the smells to certain parts of the house, but it meant no shower this morning because I couldn't possibly be in the bathroom for more than the time it took to go to the bathroom. And I've been keeping the door to my bedroom closed. So, but I could just feel it's just that thing in the taste in the back of your throat. So I'm here. I will bring all of myself here, but if you're like, what's up with Leslie? There's an actual reason for what's up with Leslie. And I've got all the fans running and the cat locked in the bedroom so the cat doesn't die of chemical poisoning. And the cat's very like,
of course the cat's like that.
Something's not right here. Well, his practice in the morning, he's one of those cats who will not drink water out of a water bowl.
Where is he sitting?
He jumps into the bathroom in the morning with me when I'm going to the bathroom and jumps on the sink and I run a little bit of water for him. Well, he comes in the bathroom and he says, this is not good, I'm out of here. So he's trying to figure out how to get hydrated this morning and avoid his natural instincts to stay out of the bathroom. Anyway, he will cope. Okay, how is everybody else? We only had 3 people yesterday. For those of you who are for Tess and Sonia, just to know, just a brief check-in. How are people doing?
I broke my phone this morning and had an argument with a friend, so I'm like the opposite of how I was yesterday.
Okay.
It's great.
I think it's a glitchy day. Let's just include it's a glitchy day somehow.
Well, yesterday I was definitely exhausted, but today actually feel better.
Okay.
So
you'll have to make up for me and Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like, give me a moment. Let's see what happens.
Well, you had 2 constellations yesterday, so we're not going to throw you into any more family trauma today than necessary.
I am a little bit tired, much more tired than yesterday. Yesterday was.
You had a lot, and right at the end, we kind of kicked your system around a little bit.
And I did a little bit stay with my roles, and I did some kind of ritual to release those 2 roles. I didn't know what exactly I was doing, but it felt the way I released them at the end. And it was such a beautiful sunset yesterday.
Oh, was it?
I went to the beach in Alameda.
We didn't have a sunset in Oakland because of the clouds and everything, but you guys had a sunset in Alameda, nice.
And I was keep drawing on the sand some messages to my husband, I love you, and taking pictures and sending to him. And he's like, and he's working on the backyard today. He's like, I will scratch on the fence. I love you.
Oh, so sweet, so sweet. It's a very nice beach out there in Alameda. You have to go out about 100 yards before you get up to your waist, but other than that.
Well, I didn't go to the water, but it's for miles.
It's quite a nice beach. It really is.
It's very nice.
If you ignore the fact that, like there are hills right on the other side, you can kind of feel like you're on an Atlantic coast, kind of with the dunes and everything. It's always a family place. So
it was
little
pretty
kids.
safe. I felt pretty safe there.
Yeah, it's a cool
So
place.
I'm here.
Yeah. Sonia and Tess are newcomers.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know you. Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah, we solved everything yesterday. Sorry you missed it.
Actually, great. So what's the word then? What's the good word?
What's the
good word? Well, you solved everything. So
42.
Yeah.
Still
Or blue.
Oh, it's blue 42.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Anything else to add in?
Well, actually, so far it's been a good day. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that
There we
it
go.
stays that way.
Good.
Nothing to add.
How are you doing physically? Yeah.
I have a good attitude. How's that?
Yeah. That actually accounts for quite a lot, actually. It's kind of a bummer to be very, very healthy and well and have a bad attitude about it. So,
Yeah, I have a good attitude.
right. Speaking of which, I sent to everybody this morning, because I left the house as soon as I could, and I've been here for a couple of hours. Place to go to the bathroom and not smell stuff. Allison Maisie, who's a constellation person in LA, has produced a film of Stefan Hausner, of the last workshop he did down in LA last year. It's very good. She's just put out a trailer, but it's a good trailer, and it's quite professionally done. Barry's in it because he attended that event. So I posted that on the Facebook group for you to watch. It's 10 minutes long. And I have impulse buy. I'll buy it. She's selling 3 films that will be produced. She's trying to get some money in now for them to produce them. One on Hausner on chronic illness, one on good constellating or something, and one that's going to be 3 full constellations, which is kind of rare because getting permission for that sort of thing is, often difficult. Yeah. So I thought this looks very well produced, so I bought them. So unless you want to have them for yourself, don't buy them, because it made me think maybe I'll have a party this summer or next fall and invite everyone over, and we can watch one of them and have a constellator party or something.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll save this for later. I have a
Okay.
ton of recorded constellations. If anybody ever.
Oh
wants to
yeah.
check it
And
out.
I have
I
some.
mean,
Yeah.
Like my own,
Um,
the 8 years that I was in training. Like I have a freaking ton,
okay. Yeah.
and I paid for them, and they're mine, right?
Well, if you think there are any good ones, have
Well,
a
I haven't
constellator
watched them
party.
in 15. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like I ever watched the ones that I did.
Yeah,
Like,
I have a couple of Bert Hellingers I need to sit down and
you know
just watch through.
I have some of his movies.
They're-
I've bought
His
them.
videos are supposed to be very good, the
So-
early ones.
I've got some of those too. If anybody wants
Yeah.
them, I get them on eBay.
Do you find it helpful to watch recordings of constellations?
Oh yeah. I
Yes.
just don't watch my own.
Yeah, that's very important. It really is. You really don't want to reinstall the problem
Yeah.
in order to be able to understand what you're watching.
But it's really early.
But watching other
right?
people's, if it has to be well videoed. If it's just a stationary video camera where heads are lopped off and the people on the sides aren't seen and you can't tell where people are in relationship to each other. But these videos, clearly someone was following around and getting the good shots. So you can make sense out of what's going on. Okay, so that's for you. Just for the people who were not here yesterday, what we did, above the line were the options for the weekend. And so I just asked the group a little bit about, because the 3 were here, they got to choose what they wanted to do. We did a piece on constellation meditations that was, I think, really nice. That was in the morning, a little teaching and then a demo, and then a discussion on the demo. We did part of the structural constellations. I'm not sure if we need to return to that or not, in terms of you guys doing exercises more like.
All right.
But I did some teaching and did a demo on that as well, and kind of rocked Tanya's world in a good way. We ended up rather spontaneously doing some movements of the soul constellations, which are basically the ones with no talking. And I talked a little bit about, from my observations, what seems to constitute them, like what are the criteria, what make them work. And then we just experimented and did a couple, and they were really cool. And my suggestion is that we might do some more of these.
Yes.
Because they're short. The longest one was 20 minutes, and it felt complete. And to just get a feel for a less talky version of constellations is useful. It's useful to have as available. We did some of this, but not really intentionally. So we can go back to this, and we didn't do that at all. This was the original plan for Friday, but because you guys weren't here, it seemed important to not do these bits, particularly since these three dealt with this topic at the intensive, so it seemed silly to only do it again for them. Although Tanya's like, I want to do it more, I want to do it more. So my suggestion is we launch into this material for today.
Sounds good to me.
And then we'll figure out tomorrow, which could be more of this and this. Having said that, it is time now for a student-facilitated constellation. And what I'm continuing to recommend to people is this is a learning environment. Things can be made a bit more contrived than you otherwise would, where if you had a client show up, you would just produce the constellation that you thought was best fit for them and their situation. But if you're wanting to do a structural constellation, a movement of the soul constellation, an organizational constellation, some kind of format, say so, and get your needs met to be able to experiment with something that you want to experiment with. So is anyone feeling like facilitating now would be something you would enjoy doing?
Well, I think I would go with movement of the soul again if nobody wants to.
Yeah.
I would mind.
Okay.
It was so cool.
We'll hold that off
Yeah.
because you got to do that yesterday.
Yeah.
But yes, it's on the record that you would like to try that again. Cool. Anyone else want to facilitate now? You're still wanting to wait? Okay. You too?
Oh, like waiting, like hello.
Okay. Okay. Just to let you know, at a certain point, time does run out. Slots do run out. There's usually 2 slots a day.
Oh, I guess I can go. There's something that's on my mind though. That
Yeah.
I'd love to constellate, which is actually I'm not sure if we've got the material for it, which would be a couples constellation. I know we kind of already did that, but I've only received one. I haven't actually done one, and it looks like there's a opportunity for me to do one professionally. So,
Does anyone have a couples issue that you'd like to address?
I actually do. Strangely.
perfect.
I mean, we've had a
Maybe
lot
I'll
of
step
people in
into it for you.
relationships
Yeah,
here.
great.
The odds were kind of high that there was going to be somebody that they'd have something they'd want to constellate. Anybody else? Or is there any competition over this slot? No? Okay.
All right, yes, please. Yeah,
This is like surprising to me,
let's do it.
just so you know.
Perfect.
I was thinking about Kiki and Buster this weekend more than anything, but we can step into this with Rigus and me,
That would be awesome.
and you can record it. I'm cool with that.
Decided instead of, you want to sit in your comfy chair.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I'll just put this over here.
Body
I
requirement.
can't sit in that.
Oh, okay.
I'll last maybe 20 minutes. Yeah.
This can also be.
Body says.
Body system.
Body says. No to you, Josh. No. No to you, Peter. No, Tess.
Shall we put on the music then?
I'd like a footstool if we could. put it on. I left mine at home,
Where's your
unfortunately.
chair?
Yeah, oh, my back was just, my back was, there was no carrying today.
And then a piece of scrap paper. If they don't have it, I can use it.
I have some.
I'm so happy to be doing this. Good. Last weekend, that was me.
Actually, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna use
No?
the back of my book.
Or you can
What
use
is
this.
she doing? And I'm like, shut in.
Does that chair work for you, Tess?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want that? Yeah, well, you don't want it in between.
Let's see one place we can keep it.
So, just wondering if there's any. Well, before that, I was just wondering, is there any sort of review on couples work that seems, because it's been a little while.
What I remember is just that it's usually ends up being sort of. How about this? What I'm curious about is looking at it from a present day dynamic,
Right. What's going on now? Yeah.
and then seeing where that ends up being, which is probably in somebody's family system or another.
Right.
Most likely this year.
Although the one on the call, what did it go? Went into this side a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's all me.
Cool. Perfect World. We're done around 11:45.
Okay.
And then what would you like to track, or what would you like to receive from the work, or where you want to be coached, etc.
So I guess tracking. Let's say my intention for this is to. I'm kind of curious to see how structural it could potentially be in a couples one.
Yeah.
I'm still sort of on theme, but actually dealing with the dynamics and less the parental roles, the grandparental roles. So.
Oh, I think that's great. Combine couples with structural. I think that's a really cool thing to look at.
Yeah, and I want to keep it simple, so I might sort of. I'll ask if I need any help with sort of figuring out how to keep it simple, but that's
Okay.
intention.
You want me to say if I see something getting complexified?
Let me tap you for it.
Okay.
I have a tendency to when this happened with Francesca a little bit. As soon as I tapped her for help, I feel like I was like kind of like, wait, I don't know what to do. What do I do? Like almost the entire time.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So feedback on simplicity.
Turning to said client.
Yeah, she
smiling.
said that smiling.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it.
I'll get
I feel at a loss for those tracks.
That's fine.
Say that.
That's fine. Go for it.
And then
Okay.
but I wouldn't mind if you're keeping an eye on things. If ideas come to you, and then I tap you.
So, Leslie, no pressure, Les.
Like, what if 2 minutes you tap me and I say no, I got nothing, but 2 minutes later I got something.
And then you store it, and you can tap out.
Okay.
I'm here.
Actually,
Here we go. That was quick.
11:45.
I need to use the restroom before we get deep into something, and
That's all.
I probably shouldn't miss the interview.
That's all.
Yep. Okay.
And do cards. Right?
Sure, buddy. Underneath here.
Sweet.
Some blueberries.
Yeah. You're welcome. Well, okay then.
Join us.
Maybe that's all part of the consultation already.
Well, I don't know.
It's possible. roll that like will wake me up.
You don't want the peaceful dead person roll.
Or yeah, that will not do with close guys. Or it's probably maybe Nicole.
What do I do? I'm just gonna go down.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
I'm sure she's not at the side door.
Yeah, it's Nicole.
It'd be funny if she was all the way down. At the side door.
Nicole? Sonia are on her way to get you. Are you on the front door? Front or side? Where are you? Hey.
They will meet somewhere. Oh. Yes.
I don't think I've seen you wear this blouse.
Okay. Do you like it?
Yeah. Mm.
Striking how filthy an office can get after a few
So
years.
Nicole just came.
Yeah, I thought I heard her voice.
She was right here.
What?
My dad was the only one who called me.
Oh, yeah.
So is Nicole up to use the restroom or something?
Yeah, he's gonna put some stuff in the fridge in the kitchen and then she's gonna use the restroom and then she's gonna.
Okay, we will get started.
Whew. Me?
Go for it. We'll just, accommodate Nicole when she comes in.
Settling space primary.
Which we'll talk about later on.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, Peter.
How are you?
Good.
Keeps me today.
Yeah.
What's my work?
My husband and me and money.
All right.
His name is Regas, Regas. That is a Greek name. I'm telling you this because that's an important part of this,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay. What's your family background?
Swedish, Irish, Native American. Those are the big hits. I'm a mutt. Yes, I'm very much a mutt.
Some sort of medley.
Yes.
Yes. So, what about Regas?
We have had a problem our entire marriage. He was incredibly successful before he married me. I've done constellation on this. Big problems with, in my lineage, with lands being stolen in Texas for mineral rights, and the family being booted out. And my Native American family partly lives in Texas.
Okay.
Like there's several places in America, but the place that it happened where mineral rights were stolen was in Texas.
Okay.
I did do a constellation on that. How it's showing up. I grew up in extreme poverty.
Okay.
As in, didn't know what shampoo was. Like extreme poverty. We used bar soap. We were hungry in the summer until the garden came in. No, that was in Wisconsin. Yes. So there's definitely something on mom's part and dad's part, because dad is the one who left his career as an attorney, moved us to the farm where we were poverty stricken. There's a big thing on my side, and then on his side, there's a thing in the Greek family that the oldest son takes care of his parents and his siblings and doesn't take care of his wife and his children,
You would normally do that.
the husband. And so in this Greek family, and it's pretty common in Greek families, the dad in this, my father-in-law, takes care of his parents, takes care of his siblings, takes care of his cousins, and didn't take care of his wife and children.
So that's his father.
Yes, that's my father-in-law, yes.
Got it.
And that's the pattern. And Regis is still very stuck in that.
So do you feel like he's not there to
He,
the dogs?
I feel like he's not present. He's really present for his dad. He works in his dad's business. His dad does not pay him a living wage. There is an entirely huge mess right there.
So what's the issue with money that you guys are
The issue with money is when we start to be successful, when we start being present in our own lives, we are sidetracked by a family member. Like we go and get involved in their thing before they even ask us.
And is it usually that issue that comes up is the financial one, to replace financialization?
Well, it actually takes a huge toll on our finances because it turns out that we're not present in our lives
So it's not
doing our thing. We're actually going and fighting the battle for somebody else. And then nobody's fighting. What? Right?
So it's not that the issue that always comes up is financial in nature, but because you guys get sidetracked, you guys can't make money yourself.
Yes.
It may also include financial.
Yes, and there is also, now that you're saying this, thank you for saying that, there's also a part of both of us that says somehow we shouldn't, like, there should be purity in our motive. We should do the thing to help other people, but even if you want to pay me, no, I'm above all that. Like there's this above all that attitude about money that we're really, really struggling with. Regis has a really big battle with that. I am okay charging. I'm like, yes, yes. And he is really in this if I'm not pure, if it's not completely pure, then I'm a bad person. And this is right from his dad.
So,
Like-
can I ask you, is this, do you find that the issues in money involve work or primarily related?
It's so intertwined with the family that the work is
It's mostly the issues are, it's not that he doesn't have a job, it's not that you don't have a job, it's not that your jobs aren't paying, as much as it is when family comes into the picture.
no, he doesn't have a job.
Oh, he doesn't have a job.
He is
okay.
working for his dad at a poverty rate.
Right. So right now you support the family essentially.
Yes. And I don't do such a hot job at that. I do a decent job, but it's
When you say poverty rate, is that like minimum wage?
poverty rate. He is paid about $30,000 a year for a job that in another company he would be making about $250,000.
He's checking that out. I'm gonna invite you to take Tanya up on her offer.
I was just thinking if I can switch it later. It's good for me to have
It
just
is?
shift it around.
Okay.
If that's okay. Because I sat in a cushy truck. Thanks.
Okay. Just want to make sure that by the end of the day, you're not in so much pain that
But it would
it's
be
hard
good
for you to.
be in person.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for taking care of yourself.
When we talk about this, British feels like if he leaves his dad's company, it will be his fault if they fail. And he sees his dad's needs and his sister's needs are more important than his. His don't exist, and therefore our family doesn't exist. And I did not come prepared with this, so I don't have clarity. Like
That's
short and sweet
That's
stuff.
okay. What's the primary? And we have to go on the
Primary
primary secondary.
feeling is these are secondary.
Not necessarily good. I'm not doing that to differentiate right now. I
Okay.
haven't heard a lot
So
of
the
feelings
main
yet.
feeling of me, I feel sad about it, and I also feel like, and I feel powerless. I don't feel like I have a. I don't feel like I have a say. Like I feel like his dad has more of a say in our marriage than I do.
And that's interesting. That's
That's the way it's been our entire marriage. That his parents are more present in our marriage than I am. And his parents and his sister are more present.
I'm gonna see if I can track down this noise. Things like that.
Oh, it's the carpet.
It's the
Because I walked by
Carpet cleaning.
carpet cleaning, and it goes
Okay.
into that last door. Yeah.
See if there are doors that can be closed or anything.
I think it was, but yeah. It's just the
Carry on.
so maybe just the noise.
There's something else that all three members of his family do that he actually talks about, which is they sabotage him every time he's going to be successful or he's really on a roll with stuff. There'll be a mysterious phone call, or there'll be somebody who's having a desperate problem that he's got to drop everything in his life to go deal with.
Like sidetracked with
Yep. Yeah. But he's actually said, my sister sabotaged me, my mother sabotages me, my father sabotages me. He's actually said those words. And he sees it, he's still really in it.
one, so that's like my focus has to be kind of on you and him, the dynamic shows up,
Yeah.
even though that's like his family is part of your family, like that
Yes.
is just
He's willing to work on it. He just feels really powerless. Yeah, I mean, seriously, there's a big, huge thing about powerlessness here and no choice.
so your family doesn't exist, and there's powerless and no choice.
His sister actually made a comment about 2 weeks ago that he should be in Chicago, working 7 days a week, and how dare he run away to California to play. He's like, I live in California. That's where my family is. I live there. So there's like, he and I, we don't exist. His life doesn't exist. Yeah, sorry. I'm getting pissed.
So
I'm sorry. I'm like,
what's what?
really sad. Like I'm really deeply, deeply sad. about this. I love him very much. He is one of the best people I've ever met in my entire life. He's just a good person. It's a hard thing. This is a hard thing. 13 years we've been
together 15.
Everyone pretend you're not hearing what you're obviously
I'm
hearing.
totally
Okay. That's my question.
There's a pull to that, so you acknowledge and bow to the fact that there's a little bit of a pull from Moses to like deal with the whole chunk. Because I think so she showed us. So maybe just who did she think?
I think I might have.
It's I loaned it out. Oh my God. That's the name of the project.
You have access.
Not a white person.
Might have it.
That's helpful.
Just realize I'm not really there yet.
Yeah. She named it. And so she's seen it. So those are my thoughts. That's not, I just.
Oh, yeah, so I think I might have. Helen.
So then you can decide what you want to do with that. My brain is not right.
So, do this. I don't.
Yeah, I like couples, ones open.
Tanya, could you represent me?
So test what's going on.
So first there was something that was kind of I needed my attention in some place, but also I was kind of splitting. My attention was splitting here and there, here and there, here and there, and to experience some movement. And I needed to know what was the movement. And at one point, I completely lost interest in anything else. And, focusing here.
I guess what's your experience? It's really small and sad and stuck and feels very young. Feels multiple ages, which it feels like maybe my whole life. Maybe not my whole life, but I can feel like the uncomfortable baby in here and older ages too, and there's like not really a way to get comfortable, and it can rise up into anger, but mostly it's just like it's the primary experience. Yeah, it's sadness. It's your attention on anything specific just now? Nothing specific. It's kind of a zoning out. It's kind of a non-attention. That's what anything changes for you.
Not really. I'm sad and I feel alone. I want some attention.
Do you have an awareness of Tess?
Vaguely. And what she said is also very similar to my experience. I feel alone also, and like I am not getting what I need, which is why I have nothing to give.
I almost wanna lay down where he's looking, so I never do that. So he can actually same time fighting himself. Feels really like the feet is coming. So
Let's try something in just a tiny bit. Because would you tell me just kind of turn it?
Yeah, and I'll also note that this it's really it feels like an altered state. The floor's literally moving, and I'm not even on anything. I feel split. Like from here up is one world, and from here down is another world. This has like a lot of gravitational pull, like it's effort to stay up here.
So you just say the test. This has had all of the attention.
So
This pointing to the floor has had all of
it's not this that has my attention though.
I've been occupied elsewhere.
I've been occupied elsewhere.
no, so I can help.
I can kind of keep my head propped up this way and have the appearance of looking toward her, but like my eyes are down and there's just this sinking.
So Tess, how do you feel about it?
Same loneliness.
That was pretty much simultaneous. Should have jinxed each other. Excuse me.
I'm here, but I feel like I want to be like really on him.
Yeah.
But I'm here, and I don't know if that's because Tess is there that I can't be on, but I'm definitely, like my energy is definitely that I can't get it any closer. Yeah, and I don't know why this is a weird position, but this is like.
It's like almost like you could be like bouncing on top of or surrounding or covering.
Yeah, I don't know the words. I definitely feel that I want to, but something just my energy's that way.
I guess what changes for you?
Nothing. I don't really notice them. I turn Emmanuel to look, but This is a very like self-contained experience.
And Tess, anything change for you?
Yeah, I'm aware of this one. Of family trait.
Yeah, Brigus' family.
Because family, I'm aware. I feel the same. There is some movement kind of going between them to separate, but I'm not doing that. I have this option, but I'm not choosing that option. Here, it seems like there is this space around things that I cannot even penetrate. I'm not. It's not like I'm not allowed, but I honor that space somehow.
Interesting. So Brigus' family, his family is not in space, but their energy is sort of.
I can't hear what she says, what Tess says. I don't really hear it. As soon as he spoke, I had this like, well, the thing that came to mind was just like kick. You know, it's like maybe and I don't mean to kick him literally, but it feels like when he speaks, I feel like contact. I don't know if this is useful. I'm connected, but I don't really. I'm connected energetically, but I don't really. Once I see him in a way, I don't see him. I just feel like us.
You say us, you mean him as part of us?
Yeah. It's part of our system. Yeah. And when he speaks, I feel like that's a function. Contact.
Just thank you. So would you just say to Brigus, you are part of us?
Brigus, you are a part of us.
So would you just say, okay? Okay.
Yeah. And when I say Brigus, that's just sort of like, again, sort of like I'm saying it because you asked me to say his name. But something about his name isn't totally registering.
So just to say it's hard for us to see you guys.
Yeah, that feels right. Brigus, it's hard for us to see you as you.
Do you have a sense of who you're seeing Brigus as? Is it someone else? Is it a function?
I felt male, but and when you were asking me, I was getting all kinds of goosebumps, but I mean, I don't know. It's just, and that might have been just I was assuming more the male part.
So Tess, and Brigus, if you could make eye contact again. So,
With Tess, she said.
yes, please. So Brigus, will you look at Tess and say, "You are my wife. You are my husband. I'm your husband. We are family." Tess, will you look at Brigus and say, "I am your wife.
And you're like,
You are my husband.
you're my husband.
We are family."
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes, and then
I'm sure I want to say. Even the one that people are more resonate with that connection of this connection.
how are you?
When she spoke, I just sort of I just feel energetic here. Just again, and I'm just realizing as I say that I don't even really acknowledge her by name.
See, it's hard for us to see anyone else.
It's hard for me to see anyone else.
We give you 5 stars for that effort.
That was hot.
Right now, Riggs' family system hasn't even been able to see Riggus for Riggus, let alone us.
But I noticed that I was softer in my leg when I said that. Like, huh. Sort of didn't want that.
It's something shifted with that last interaction. It's easier to stay up. I don't. It's not quite the right way to say it, but something shifted.
Would you say it again? It's hard. It's hard for me to see.
It's hard to say that again. It's hard to see anyone else but me. I'm becoming more aware that I don't like her. That's looking here. Yeah.
Say I'm starting to notice.
Oh. Wow. No. Starting to notice other people here. Makes me angry. But that feels more just in my head anger than my body.
Yeah.
Like before I felt it in my whole body. But saying that last time I realized it's sort of like more in my habit.
I'm starting to move a little bit.
Yeah. There's something about blame, and then I lost it. There's something about like out here, it's everything. The reasons that there's some blame out here. It's not me.
Supposed to say it's been hard to see my partners.
I hear you. Can't say it. I don't feel connected quite yet.
So, Riggus.
All this movement is because we're able to see. It's hard to say. I'm not sure.
Do you test me like that?
When I do that, I can see this movement. Oh. It's like big black back there.
So family system, what do you feel like your relationship is to race?
It's changing, and I had to do this rather than want to kick contact. And I'm just sort of more in here now and feeling like a little separation from that. It's making me really uncomfortable, but it feels okay.
And do you have a sense of what your relationship is to race? You mentioned the kick contact, but is there any other words around that?
I'm lost in my own relationship. So it's hard to see my relationship here because I feel a little
Just say I've been lost in my own stuff so much. Or I've been lost in my own conflict. Just say that I've been lost.
I just feel like saying I've been lost and I don't know what else. I just feel lost.
They're going to have the most resonance.
So what's this connection? That's
Sad. I see. So that
yeah, that's where I see.
feel scared, but I see. Scared.
So family system, just say the test.
see. That doesn't feel like they need to ask right now. She's a
Yeah, I'm noticing all my pain. But without saying it out loud, but I am. I want this. It's scary. And this is as far as I feel okay right now, but it's nice to. It's nice.
This is like
I forgot about that.
this is like a huge and kind of wanted to just lay down with it. That's like giving up, and kind of wanted to like kick and punch at it, but it's just immovable without weakness. And so that's some of this stuff is there's no good option.
Okay, she was talking. This is this again.
This is the slavery and the family system. Noticing that Reese is having an experience in here that is not justice. So
It's easier to live.
just notice what's your experience when you notice this one.
Yes.
So just would you just this one is it's happening.
I feel funny. If I say that, I don't want that one to go away. I don't know. That's just the feeling I got if I say that one go away.
This one.
Loss comes up. Loss comes up. I look at this one.
Tess, would it be okay for you to turn this out for a minute? She's still here.
Okay.
She's still here. She's just giving you a moment of privacy.
It's like having a mirror.
You know, the hall's great.
She's just turning to give you a minute so that you can become private.
I was ready in my body to sit next to him or on the ground. That felt good. But I sort of wanted permission. But
I'd really like to do this thing. I feel like this is important. Brigus is married to that lovely woman over there, and you do get to have her as part of your family, but first you gotta take him.
so disconnect there.
It's okay, it's my fault.
That's
So
okay.
don't-
No, I just feel it like it's just the habit.
And I don't know how to be in a relationship to that look at all.
Where's my kickback?
I keep wanting to like turn and get really big and angry, but I feel like that'll backfire. So just stop.
Just say that.
I see.
myself around and just
So, family system. Say, this is ours.
Can I just notice that I could look at this one when Rodriguez said that, and something shifted for me. But I want to tell him. I want to tell him this is ours. Is that the right
Yes,
word?
that should be great.
I don't know why when he looked at it, I could.
Well, he's been sort of holding this connection. He's the one in the family system who decided to see it.
When you say that, I have goosebumps, but no.
So, just since you can see this one, just for,
Yeah.
you just look at the slavery on the book.
Okay.
Slavery, you could just make eye contact with you. Yeah, just say, I see you.
I see you. I want him to say, but I just noticing. That's where I feel really like.
I just say it's been hard for us to see you as part.
I see you, and it's been hard for our family to see you.
Say it's been hard to see you as part.
It has been hard to see you as part. It's hard right there.
It's been hard to see that you.
No, I'm not. There's not a whole lot happening here. I mean, I hear what family is saying, but yeah, it doesn't really register. I would like to be close to that one because I feel most seen and carried by her.
That's good to me.
Please don't say things like that. Just modulating that.
Okay.
Something about you. This is where the conversation of primary and secondary.
You might need to guide this one here. Okay. Okay.
So let's under. This connection. Because there is one that's being made, has been. So you might notice what's the feeling you're feeling.
I want to put my attention over there, over it, on that side. So I don't know if that's being mine, but that's where.
Just check it. It's okay. So Vegas, how you doing over here? Same. I'm just, I mean, this is happening. That the shackle part was a little disturbing. The rest of it's just neutral.
So you did the one. And it feels like being entangled with slaves. Including them. And there's so this was Nancy. So Lisa's my grandmother actually sold enslaved.
Her sister. And she was old.
Some real connection.
I feel like something there. Maybe.
Sorry, you're playing.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, maybe. Correct. Oh, I guess I want to see him.
I'm just gonna be inside if you want it. You may already have it.
Easier to easier to be seen by.
Okay, so you already have that. Yes. Yeah. There's one person.
So
Sort of heck was structural.
yeah. We're just gonna try something. Just try it.
A little bit. There's not a whole lot of emotion here. I like this one, and if he's my great grandson, I like that too.
Would you this one and say the song with your
I see this one, and I'm definitely now here, and I want to see that one. It's hard to say, but it's true. Yeah.
Say yes. I see that you
And this is what we're learning here.
It's hard to acknowledge each other, but I want to. Feels mutual. My perception.
You're doing great. I'm gonna dive out and pee again because I'm trying to hydrate a lot through this.
So just notice that slavery came back to
That's better.
that one had actually gotten uncomfortable, and this one's just like big and scary and unsafe, exasperating. Better with
I just wanted to tell you about that. I figured that's what you're looking at, but I just wanted to say that out loud. I don't know. Right? Who knows?
what spot is it on standing on?
Hold on just 1 second. This is like this whole thing, so. So, the one that is next to you is sitting in the spot where the family is.
Yeah, I do.
You have one that's standing to the side. You can see
I can. I just don't know what that spot is.
that spot.
It's not a particular spot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead and check it. That's what you're doing okay over there?
I'm kind of on pause.
Yeah.
Did she turn around?
She did.
Yeah. Oh, I should have been. No, I'm just asking.
So, family system never fully accepted that.
Oh.
Family system sort of rejected
Oh.
throughout.
Oh.
That's all. So that's what we're.
Wow, I feel that. Yeah.
And generally what happens with the entanglements is we are, I guess this is what's going on with you, as far as you can tell, is you are doing damnedest to include that part of your family. That your family, the rest of your family refuses to see. Does that resonate at all with you?
Yeah, they'd rather enslave me than acknowledge everything that you just said.
So you are multiple people
Yeah.
inside you are also very source of people. Some people who have a lot of love. Some people who have been alive. It's big. It goes back far. You are the family system. You're the whole deal. All of it. So I'm gonna ask you to just check inside for that. You need resourcefulness. Might be like a little deeper back.
So I want to say I feel really safe with you, and I'm feeling like I want to say I want to bring our Digby back. Is that right? Yeah.
Well, one of the most honorable things is to welcome all parts of us. Whether it be an individual being with little parts or a big being with a family system. That can be harsh.
Gotta touch you.
I'll be facilitator.
just feels chaos.
Yeah.
Lots of control.
Just say this one. Good stuff.
Hard to say that. Hard to say. It's just hard to say. And I just want to figure out the different answers, but it was hard to stop them from taking me. You can need to say the whole thing. Not that I tried to find it. Could have did. I think it was important to say it out here. Then did think that it could.
Still kind of under control. Not a lot of things.
No.
All right. Let's check in.
So something shifted over there, and I had this intense realization that I was by shackling him, I was keeping him separated from his family, which is something that I know a lot of. And I don't want him to have to experience what I had to experience, that separation from family. So I moved away, and I'm totally lost. I don't know where to go, where my place is. I don't know who to go to, relate to. I wanted to go back to him and kind of say, at least you look at me, but I knew that that was what I was supposed to do, but I'm like,
Just notice you along with each other. See that?
Yeah. You belong here. Good to see you. A wanting to connect and not knowing how. I think I want to start with something. It's really helpful for you to say it with a little fast, just realizing. I can mind there, yeah. Noticing, thank you. Something hard, something in between that. I could feel guilty. There's something part of it. I'm now aware that, I feel that. I don't know. All right, I'm willing to try. I'm really struggling to can I say that? I'm really struggling to reconnect what I want. No. Okay.
And that stirs up a lot of sadness.
Okay. Would you just say we were not on the same?
Just registering that.
That's just a point of clarification. Is this relationship that they were responsible for what happened to her, or that? Because I'm wondering if it's just the struggle with it taking 20 years.
Yeah, and that's what we're looking at. But
Okay, I just wanted to ask if you'd established something while I was on.
But it's also was a family secret. It was a secret. It was she was sold into slavery. They didn't get her until the end of life. And I'm aware that this might take a lot of time. Some changes happen here.
And Rigas is not in the room giving us permission to do all this work.
He is
Oh,
actually.
he is? Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Keep it with an agenda.
Okay, let's fix everything for Rigas. Right now.
No, but he knows.
I got you.
Yeah.
So
That's actually good to know.
So I'm just going to ask you to just kind of take some kind of action right now, just whether it be gentle eye contact or facing each other like you're doing.
It felt good to acknowledge my guilt, my guilty feeling, and that felt the start was where we were sharing some connection. And I don't know after that how to do anything.
It's all right.
Oh, sorry.
Be there for right now. Just checking. I got it.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow, I can look at you now.
Yay.
And you're not terribly scary.
Yay.
So how's it going for both of you right now? You obviously came, you moved over here with Tess. You look like you're doing a lot better.
Yeah, although I'm still having some the urge. Well, so first of all, it's been really hard to make any contact here because there's just all this vulnerability, and also like assholes and like all this stuff. And I'm like just like was so glad like someone else was like taking care of some of that so that I didn't have to. So like at this point, the feeling is like I wish we could just like go somewhere else and leave all of that behind.
Yeah.
But I know that's not the thing to do.
Well, there's a way I think in which there's some things we can do that will affect some of that. To the biggest of this whole situation. How would you feel about that?
Maybe. And yeah, so like it's just hard. It's still hard to acknowledge the family system, and I still haven't faced it.
Would you like to?
No. You asked. That's the answer.
The question. Tess, you look like you're just sort of supportive,
Mhm.
resourceful.
Yeah, it's almost they wanna scream. I can teach you how to be free.
This thing is like, you don't necessarily want to be, you want the support without the chains. So, and what's happening over there, I think it's checking each other out. And I don't know that we're going to get to a place of resolution with that right now. And we're going to notice that a lot of shift has happened. That great-grandma, memory, and your family system are connected in a way that, which I think is a good step. Hold on. I'll be there in a second. So we could do about, or we could be here facing outward. Facing outward. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna leave you here for now. Don't step out.
Connection, and I understand my guilt. I feel like there's some benefit. There's something else that is experiencing. I'm saying everything wrong. I just want to say that. I'm saying everything wrong. I just feel like I just want to hear. When I said there's something between guilt and here, I feel like the feedback might let me know.
So when that one said that they felt guilty, how did you feel?
That felt right.
And what would be the best interpretation of this experience for you? Something like,
I'm trying to, in service of Tess, I'm trying to stay positive. That's very difficult. This one is experiencing.
just okay, in service of Tess is to feel what it is.
Well, the role is feeling that I do not want to connect with this one because it has nothing good to give me. I feel that, I feel that I'm actually bigger than that one. Like the word that comes to mind is a moral high ground. And I also realize that by not coming for me or coming for me very late and not including back, they have shackled. This is all about shackles for me. That has shackled them. That has been a shackle for them. And for some reason that
Did you say that when I see that you are?
yes, you are. I see how that's just
Because no one's really free. So, so I think what I would like is, you're feeling good here. Would you like to scoot forward a little bit more? Two of you.
Like that way?
Yeah. If you feel good.
Okay.
So I'm trying to say that this might be around this seeing each other is something that has to happen. We're not going to be able to get to all of this today. But we might just allow the seeing and watching.
That one sentence, I think you're right. If it's, I'd have to see if it. Something like that. It's kind of, and hopefully that doesn't smell.
All right, I guess. So, would you say the test, just while indicating behind you, say, your test, your test, this is my family system. That's my family system. It's really big. It has a lot going on. It's really big and there's a lot going on. I'm glad to be here with you. And I'm glad to be here with you.
It's a lot, but we can deal with it. It's like,
I feel really guilty, and I also feel like noticing, listening to great grandma talk, like just how much parallel there is.
So this is, you could just say to test, this is a work in progress. It might take some time. This is a work in progress. It might take some time, but things are moving.
I have a choice.
I mean, this is what you married. Just saying. Okay, and family system, thank you for all of your resourcefulness and helping me get all of this stuff moving today. And for us, grandma, thank you so much for showing up. Yes, Tess, all of you, thank you. And we're going to go ahead and leave it here for now, knowing that it can continue to move in all kinds of interesting and unexpected ways. So go ahead and Tess, take a picture of this if you'd like. Take a couple breaths, everyone step out.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll do it at it. I don't mind switching.
Do we want P-Reg before debrief or after?
Well, let's do the ritual.
My name is Josh. That took a moment. And I was Rufus.
Thank you for representing.
I'm Nicole, and I was representing Regus's family system.
Thank you, Nicole. I see you.
It does take a while. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm Tanya, and I represent. Thank you, Tanya. Sonia, and I represented Regus's great grandmother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Water.
And he says thank you.
She channeled it.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
So it's not. He knows how constellation happens.
So before you head off to the bathroom, I just want to say that while I was going to the bathroom, the reason why I was gone a little bit longer than it takes to pee is that they're clearly cleaning all of the carpet hallways today, which the landlord did not see fit to send us an email about.
Oh my God.
Cool. So more chemicals for Leslie's system and everybody's system.
Is there another bathroom on another floor?
Oh, it's not that bad. But what I did talk, I said, when are you coming down to RN? And I negotiated with them to do our end of the hall between 1 and 2:30. However, they may be doing that stairwell. But there's at least an office between us and that, because they're moving quickly. They seem to be getting stuff done. So I just letting you know this.
Is it
Yeah.
wet?
Kidding.
Oh
Yeah. I walked right over. It looks great. I'm like, yay, clean carpet. But I walked right over it. Shoes. Have your shoes on. Absolutely have your shoes on. Do not go in bare feet or stocking feet. They were working down in the area, you know, that really slimy area in front of the bathroom is looking pretty good. I'm like, they decided to clean this rather than replace them?
I guess I should use the bathroom too.
Wow.
I know, I thought that too. Your carpet in the hallway looks like it's been around for 15 years.
Yeah, no
Oh,
kidding.
it's, I mean,
It's cheaper to clean than to
Yeah, I
replace.
know.
but
No.
whatever the
Necessarily.
chemicals they're using, it's working. This is why I'm
Yes,
thinking,
and from carpet.
I'm gonna need like an exorcism at the end of today or something with all the chemicals in my system. Oh, I need a constellation in chemicals.
Yeah.
Chemicals. You didn't hear the my apartment now is a hazardous waste. They're doing wonderful stuff on my bathroom, but when I came home last night, it's bad. So
Is it?
It's off gassing like
Is
crazy.
it's off gassing like, and it's the stuff that it's like the super duper anti-mold stuff. So it's not just your normal, we're stripping and priming and blah, blah, blah.
Do you have a fan in there or?
Oh, I have everything
it all
open,
on?
fans going, and the door to the bedroom closed. So it's the one place that's not infected too much. Yeah, eating chemicals today.
Yeah.
So if I go home tonight and I may give my landlord a call and just say, I may need a motel room tonight. You might may need a motel room.
If you want to stay with us, you can.
Can the cat come?
Do you have a crate?
Yes. But not to sleep in overnight. I mean,
It's a cat.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know.
I mean, it's not, you know,
Could it be in like one bedroom?
oh yeah. That's what he's been locked in for the last 2 days through this whole process. Oh, he's fine. The cat is fine.
Yeah, probably. You'd have to stay in the bedroom, but
The bedroom you'd have me in. Yeah, that would, I'd bring along my kitty litter box and I'd bring along the food bowl and that's what he's been doing in my bedroom. Last night I heard him like, oh, he's in the kitty litter now. Oh, now he's eating some food. Okay.
we were in construction for 5 years.
I don't know how
5
people
years.
I don't know how people do the chemicals.
It's net. It was.
Oh my!
net.
I moved into.
It was just.
I was a single mom.
You want to send here.
I do.
Yeah.
I was a single mom, and I finally bought a house for my little ones. And I moved, and I worked my ass off. I got there, and all the chemicals in the house had, and I was self-employed, and I couldn't work. All the chemicals hit my body like I was dying. I had,
I am going to invite us to keep this close today,
Yeah.
unfortunately. We'll keep this going, but let's keep this
What
our
are you
chemical
checking
free
it
zone.
out? You're gonna check in these out.
She usually checks in.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay, that sounds like.
I released you from your,
That was really yummy.
Oh.
I really, really appreciated my experience and your facilitating. It was really cool. Yeah, no, it was, I just wanted to tell you because I was just like noticing. I've never noticed as a representative, you know, how important that facilitator makes you be able to go, okay, this is here. Yeah, I never. It was really cool.
And you know, part of it too is there's that danger
Yeah, I will.
taking on any of the family blame. And as a facilitator, like you can't really take on the blaming part.
You can't take on the.
Blame.
Thank you.
If I was trying to make you feel bad about things you've done,
Right.
that would be a whole different deal.
Yeah. Huh.
Like, is that what?
That moment of the connection between the family
Vegetable chips.
and
It was baby correct. That's you.
I was almost like,
I mean, that was
when?
me. I know,
And then I brought in slavery, and I'm like,
but that's the big deal.
yeah, I know. But notice the
That's
stuff.
fun.
I'm like, It's interesting to work with a whole family system. Though.
It was nice too, when you actually just left this here and went over there. That was good, just because I just needed silent connection.
It's not unhappy.
That
It
was
happened.
good. Yeah,
Right.
It was really good. Thank you so
Fun.
much. Thanks for bringing it.
yes.
Yeah, thank you for
telling you, 15 years of this.
I mean,
It's been challenging.
I
That was
really,
a big deal when the family said, I'm interested in that. I see her. Like, I was just like, what?
stop here if there's any feedback.
Yeah, I thought I'm just going to stop and restart this and I'll be